Hi everybody, it's Diane here on a quite cold and very snowy day. So let's just see what kind of trouble we can get into with index cards. I had this woman just in the didn't use it yet stash. It's an old McCall's image. And I had this book out for my previous project, which you did not see. And in flipping through, because I already had this sitting here, I went, oh, well, this stuff kind of matches her green. Should we use something like that? Make something totally off, different? I don't know. It was a thought. I mean, we have fashion stuff. We have more green here. This stuff's kind of neat too. I think, oh, here. No, these would kind of match too. I think that was it though. Well, I don't really want a number. Okay. Well, this swirly thing is kind of interesting. Now this is a sticker, so I can't really put it down on the card until I know what I'm doing. Which is going to be hours from now, right? Yeah, my husband, I've mentioned, he edits all my videos, and he likes to work in bunches. That would drive me crazy. He lets stuff sit, and then he does like 6 at a time. Anyway, so I watched like 6 of my videos at once. And boy, I don't know, there was one. Well, no, I take it back. It was more than one. It was a couple. Yeah, a couple. Where all I did, and you people can agree, roll your eyes, whatever you want. All I did was look through magazines and not find anything. And I thought, how boring, Diane. What is this, 5? Yes. So yes, how boring, Diane. Well, but I guess that's just what this process is, right? At least for some of us. All right, well, let's just stick that down and hope for the best. So yeah, last I knew we were supposed to get up to 4 inches of snow. It's now about 7 and it's still snowing. Although my husband said he did, on what he saw, it did say more than 4. But not what I saw. That's kind of neat. If it goes over, you're not going to see the purple. Does that matter? We could turn it. Yeah, why don't we do that? Okay. Let's hope that doesn't stick too much. Well, I would say that's probably enough of the sticker stuff. Don't you think? Well, maybe a smaller one in this area. Which one? I don't know. I would kind of like one that has black. I don't think I want one that's too fussy. Let's try this one. And I think I want to cut around this. So what can we talk about while I'm doing that? Which is not easy to do because it's a sticker. Well, if you want the continued weather report, it's about 19 degrees out. And that's the warmest it's going to be for the next 7 days. I don't know. I know, Diane. You don't like winter. You don't like summer. You're right. I think I need to live in some sort of terrarium where it's always like sunny and 68 degrees. How about that? is not the best cutting job I've ever done in my life. If I think it needs tightening up, I'll do that on my own. Gee, I wish you'd look through a magazine and not find anything. That would be better than this. Okay. Okay. So that was kind of like that. I did grab snarky phrases because I knew I was going to work with this woman. Let's see what kind of snarky things she could say. Making sense just isn't your thing, is it? That's not too bad. Well, I hope my ship comes in before my dock rots. I'm hosting an antisocial party. No one is invited. Yeah, anyone who can fold a fitted sheet is obviously a witch. I don't know if I ever said this, but I totally agree with that. Okay, well, I think my only advice for dating me is catch me while I care. That's not too bad. She kind of looks like she's all dressed up, huh? Oh yeah, these are... I don't really like that about these. I mean, I understand it. It's a space, probably money saving thing, but it makes it a little harder for us creator people. Okay. Well, you don't have to watch me goof around and cut this sticker apart. I think that's pretty good. And I will say, I hope that fits. Kind of a lot of words there. All right. Well, that, as I said, that was just in my stash. So that made me think, I have not used my old McCall's magazines in a long time. So let's see if we can't find another one, another image for another index card collage. And then you can look through this too. I hope it's not glaring. Yeah, that was the other thing. And in the video, it was all glary. You couldn't even see half of it. To be honest with you guys, I see stuff like that, and it's like, Diane, why are you making videos? Give it up. Does anyone else agree with that? Be kind, but if you say yes, I kind of agree with you. Well, these are okay. Let's look just quick, see if there's a better one. Well, I don't want a large image. All right. Well, any of these are all right. Let's just take it from the top, huh? Italian designs for co-ed or suburbanite. If you live anywhere else, you can't have it. I have cards right here, and I have a few that are older and yellowed. Let's see. Yeah, maybe that would be a good choice. Yeah, look at the diff. It's quite a difference. Does that mean all of these are going to wind up like that, like some century? All right. Well, maybe she should just say something snarky too. Oh, good. We can read those again. How about, how old do I have to be before I have an idea of what's going on, or before I can read? And actually, I think that's true too. Anybody that's a little older, we'll say over 45. Do you feel like you're more confused now than when you were 25? I do. Okay. All right, well, what else should she have with her? Kind of boring. Although, you know, that's what you want to do on an index card collage. There's nothing wrong with that. And then you could always go back and add later, or add this to some sort of collage or something. That's all right. I know I say that all the time too. I don't know that it's great. I don't know that there's something better. Oh, that's too busy. Okay, stay away from busy. No, no words, because we're going to have words, Diane. Oh yeah, you're right. I'm going to vote no because of this is so dark. But if I wasn't going to have that, I might use it. But yeah, I don't think I want, because it's kind of off. The black on this, it's more like a brownish black, so sorry, not going to fly. Could use magazine paper too, of course. Nah, I know it's busy, but I just thought maybe the colors would be kind of fun. Well, all right, let's just do that. So, because I don't want to hunt around forever, I may just leave that as is. Oh yeah. Don't leave these sitting down on your desk for a long time. They'll stick, and you'll peel them apart trying to get them up. Well, does she need something though? I mean, there's still no flower or something by her. What could be by her? Maybe there's a little crafty thing or something like that. I just love the prices, you know, down here. The jaunty beret, it's a kit, $1, postpaid. What happened to that world? Would someone explain that to me? I did copy these one time. They're so cool. But as you see, I didn't do anything with the originals yet. Complete braiding kit, $2.50 postpaid. Cottage door stop. So it must have been kind of heavy. Kit. Yeah, it's a kit. $2.98 plus 25 cents postage. I mean, you can even send a letter for 25 cents. All right, then get off the prices. Okay, we get it. When is this from anyway? 57, 58. Okay. That was a long time ago, but you know what? It wasn't 100 years. Almost. No. Granted, that's going on 70 years, I guess. Yeah, I guess my problem is I don't realize how old I am. You know, there's an old adage that terrier breeds aren't supposed to know how small they are. That's why they're so feisty. And I think people like Diane don't know how old they are. So it makes her so feisty. What about a doll? It's the Vicky doll with a Y. How much does it cost, Diane? $2.95. I don't see a postage. 5 cents. 5 cents. I don't know. Maybe that's more like a book or something. She comes to you dressed in a bra and panties. That's nice. For $2.95, you have to add $1.25 for the dress. Oh, okay. It's 25 cents postage together. Well, okay. Dang, would you get off that and actually create something? I'm sorry. And no wonder time goes by so fast, the way you waste it, huh? Okay. And that could be kind of cute. She's looking down. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to give your brain a rest. Put these together. That might be it. I don't know. Come back. Hang on. Okay, Diane, what is going on? Well, I even eliminated, it had my only advice. I took only out. It had for dating with me. That's awkward. I took without. So I took 2 words out. I cut them apart. It fit, and I had them on, but it obscured so much of this border and this circle, and it didn't look good. So because this is sticker stuff, you know, it's glossy, those stickers came off pretty good. It pulled a little here, there's a little paper loss here, there was a little under there, but I kind of covered it. So we're going to see if we can't come up with another flower or something. You know, I'm not sure. What was in here is, I don't want 2 large ones again, but maybe there's something I didn't realize, like this. Well, let's see. I wish this was on white. It's not. Yeah, I was worried about those letters fitting, and it wasn't so much the fitting issue, it was it's way too much, taking up too much space issue. And then it was doing the same thing on that one. That one I never even glued down or anything, but it would have done the same thing. It's all right. You know, imagine it cut out completely. I don't think it's sensational, but it's okay. Well, pick one. I could even, you know, eliminate, like, okay, let's grab this. What if we just tried to cut around the circles? And let me grab my glasses so I can do a halfway decent job of it. Or we could just cut out, okay, let's first cut out the green triangles, and that's going to take a while. Okay, what can we talk about? Well, I think this is a good lesson in, you have two options, well, three options. Trash it and start all over again and possibly, you know, just lose your stuff. You could cut her out again. Okay, that's choice number one. Choice number two is what I did. Try to get the letters off, or words off, which, if that was on paper instead of a sticker, that might not have worked. But you could do that and then possibly lay down another border. You could live with it. I mean, it wasn't horrific. You would have to kind of do a lot on the other side to balance it off, I thought. And, you know, there are ways to remedy. You could work with it. So there's your choices. For me, this is the best route. You know, I kind of thought of going with choice three. I was just, well, you know, it's just a silly index card collage, just something to do. I'm not trying to sell it or anything like that. But I just couldn't live with myself. And G10, do you want to explain how you got the phrases on there? I didn't really point that out, did I? So they're the same phrases I printed off of my computer. I hope that's ethical. I mean, like I said, these are just for me. I'm not trying to sell them or anything. If I was, I wouldn't do that. Well, which do you like better? I think the other way. Let's try it. And do you notice anything odd about the other card? You might not be able to tell that far away. And that's not, well, it's my fault. But no, it's my computer's fault. Diane needs a scapegoat, right? And really too, you could leave that. I mean, so it's a little flawed. It's kind of cool. You can see that other flower under there. Oh, you put your glasses back, Dip. And I think I would like to sew on the edge of that in black, which means she's going to have to pause again. Which means these are the only two videos. These are the only two videos I'm going to make on this card. Diane, is it getting late? Yeah, I really wasn't even going to continue this right now, but I thought, well, maybe I could hurry up and get it done and make a fool of myself because I'm tired and I can't talk, huh? Or cut. Okay, let's see. I don't love it. You know, it looks busy. I like that better. You could paint in this little missing green piece. That's not dumb. But I think I'm going to glue this on the right side, and then after I sew, I will assess if I'm going to leave that flaw or what. Okay. All right, now do you see anything weird about the phrase? I added a B because how old do I have to E? There was no B there. And I mean, granted, I'm the moron that typed it. Although I think it's my keyboard. I don't think it was me because it's old. But anyway, the stupid document, Word thing, it didn't catch it, you know, spell check didn't catch it. E, just the letter E is a word. Anyway, I think this one is okay. I think it's kind of cool. It's kind of fun. I did add another strip of paper on the bottom because her, you know, she ended there. And if you put her flush with the card on the bottom, it was just, in my opinion, it was down too far. It left space up here I didn't want, and it was, you know, she was that much closer to the doll, so that's why I did that. And I think this too, I might possibly just sew a little, I'm not sure. Okay, so there, how to salvage something that didn't turn out right. I'm gonna sew and then come back, hang on. Okay, that didn't take too long. My machine has been sewing weird lately. Tension, is that the tension I'm thinking? Anyway, it's okay. And I did just hit that with paint, and I thought I had that green color, and it's pretty much spot on, so I lucked out with that. I didn't have to mix it. But I think that's fine. And for what it looked like from before, it's a heck of a lot better, trust me. Okay, my machine is sewing weird. I think it's the tension. That's supposed to be zigzag. It's fine on the back. I don't understand what it's doing. I gotta play with it. But considering how old do I have to be before I have any idea of what's going on, I think that's kind of funny, and with the bee too. So I think that's kind of appropriate. Okay, kind of a roundabout way to get to this one at any rate. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a nice day out there.